Yo, what's that?
Look at that. Another.
Stop! You have no talent!
Fuck you! Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another review for the month of Gorror. And we are almost done because, of course, October is almost over, so that means the month of Gorror is over. But before we end, of course, I got to do a couple more reviews. Expect a review for Jigsaw tomorrow, most likely. A couple more reaction videos. And I think maybe one or two more reviews after that. We'll see. But, before we get to those, let's talk about this one. Because I am back once again to talk about a movie in a long-running series that for some reason went straight to, not even straight to DVD, went straight to free on Google Play. And the movie I'm talking about is, of course, Amityville, The Awakening. Which, if you do not remember, this trailer for this movie was shown for the last, what feels like 15 fucking years in theaters, because it was long delayed. I don't really know exactly why it was long delayed. I think maybe some studio, like, there was some switches in studios that owned it or whatever. I don't know. But it just took so long for it to actually come out. And finally this year, Blumhouse and Dimension Films was just like, screw it. Just put it on Google Play. Who gives a shit? Put it as an unlisted video on YouTube or something. Who cares? Just throw it out there. I don't care. Put it on Dailymotion. Who gives a shit? Put it on vid.me. Put it on anywhere. What they should have did was just delete it completely and forget it even existed. That would have been the smart idea. But no, it is now free for everybody to watch, so there's almost no excuse not to watch this movie, except for the obvious fact that it's a piece of shit, of course. So do I even need to tell you this movie's not good? It's not. I'm going to tell you straight up. Usually I'm like, ooh, did I like it or not? Like, I build up some sort of suspense for the actual review. I ain't doing that with this one. This is garbage. This is a garbage movie. Well, let's talk about it anyway. Now, Amityville, The Awakening is the 29th movie in the Amityville series. I don't even know. I think it's like the 10th. But for some reason, this series has been going on for this freaking long, where we have 10 movies. We don't even have 10, like, Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Or, well, no, we don't have 10 Halloween movies. We have more than 10 Friday the 13th movies. That's why I didn't mention that. We don't even have 10 Chucky movies, And these are like, quality horror films, you know what I mean? All the Amityville movies, besides maybe the first one, even the first one is so freaking corny. I can't even take it seriously. But all of them, for the most part, have been pretty bad in some way, including this one. But the reason why they become so popular is because it's based on a real thing that happened in Long Island, New York, which is where I live. I lived there my entire life. I wasn't around when this happened. The DeFeo murders, of course, and forgot his name, something DeFeo. Murders his entire family, killed like 6 people. And this movie would like to really remind you that happened. Like, they keep showing like real news footage of it actually, like, not actually happening. Of course, no one has footage of that. But, like news footage, just like, oh, this is a tragedy, blah, blah, blah. The movie even starts off with that. So I only live like 25 minutes away from the house, the 112 Ocean house, or Ocean Avenue house. The Amityville house, because it's in Amityville. So I have a little bit more of a, I don't know, like for this series, just a little bit. I mean, they're bad movies, but I do like some of them because they're based on something that actually happened, which is kind of shitty to do, make a movie about something that happened and then make it fictionalized and stupid like this. But I enjoy it because when I was a kid, that really creeped me out. Like, oh, there's a house really close by that's like fucking demon. There's a demon inside or some shit. Oh, it's a demon house. Go in there, go into the red room and it fucks you up or something. So it really creeped me out as a kid. So that's why I kind of like the movies, even though they're terrible movies. To be fair, most of Friday the 13th movies are terrible too, but those are a little different. The series has gone on for so long that it stopped being scary movies and movies ago. Like, hell, this series has been going on for so long that the freaking remake for this movie starring Ryan Reynolds is 12 years old. It's over a decade old. That remake. So now we have this movie with Bella Thorne and Jennifer Jason Leigh and Thomas Mann and a few other actors. And Kurtwood Smith shows up for about 2 scenes and he takes his paycheck and he gets the hell out of here. There's even a scene where he's just like, I gotta go. And that's the last time you see him, by the way. And it just feels like I need to get my paycheck. I'm getting the fuck out of here, okay? There's CG flies and maggots. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And it's just the same old shit. It really is. It's the same old stuff we've come to expect from pretty much any movie about a haunted whatever, house, person, doll, whatever you expect. It's the same thing. We have Bella Thorne here, who's this kind of like, I guess, goth girl, kind of. She wears black lipstick and she acts all moody and stuff. And she's had a troubled past, or her brother. This is probably the most inventive thing about this movie. They have a character in here that is in a coma, and they're like all like shriveled up and stuff because they've been in a coma. They've been comatose for about 2 years, and he's technically brain dead, but the mother, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, really does think he'll pull through. And there's a long, not a long thing, but there's a dark past between the sister and the comatose brother, and you find out later on what happened, why he's in a coma, and it's pretty dumb, to be honest. And yeah, you have this whole thing, and that's probably the most inventive and the most interesting thing about this movie is the comatose brother. And of course, the house is evil, and the house starts possessing the brother and making him do weird stuff, and starts haunting Bella Thorne's character, who's, by the way, her name is Belle in this. Very, very, very well done there. Could have chose a lot of other names, but you're just like, screw it, Belle, whatever. It's close enough. I mean, it's just a bunch of shit that we've come to expect. There's going to be about 14 scenes of either Bella Thorne or maybe the little sister, because there's a little sister character in this movie, walking around in the dark, looking, and then someone passes by the camera, and she's like, "Is that you? Whoever, Juliet?" That's the little sister character. And Bella Thorne goes, checks it out, and then, jump scare. And there's about 20 scenes like that. There's about 10 scenes where it's jump scare, then it transitions to her going to school and talking to her friends, or having one of her friends come over to her house so she could talk about her past and stuff. And there's so many scenes like that. It just feels like it's just really laying on thick about it's evil. The house is evil. There's even a character in this movie played by Thomas Mann who says, "Hey man, you didn't hear about this evil house? I mean, watch the movie." And he brings up a copy of Amityville Horror, the original movie. I'm like, okay. So in this universe, the movies exist. Okay, fine. So all the other movies are just bullshit. They're not real. And this is the real one. This is the one that's set in our real world. Okay. Fine. And there's even parts of the movie where you feel like it's trying to be a little bit meta, just a little bit, not comedic, but just like it knows what it is. That's why they introduced the Amityville Horror DVD, like the character has the DVD. And they even used the DVD and even the book and some of the other stuff as like basis on what to believe and what not to believe. Like they used the movie and the book to know like, they made a binding circle around the house to keep the evil spirit in and stuff like that. Like they actually use it as like their Bible, kind of like their rule book in a way. And I mean, that stuff was kind of neat, I guess. And I really did like the comatose brother. I thought he did very good job of sitting in a bed looking comatose. And they even got the guy that was, I guess, Jerome, I don't know, the Joker. I think he was supposed to be the Joker in Gotham, I'm not sure. I immediately recognized him because I was like, he looks like that guy from the Gotham show. And I was like, oh, it's him. So, you know, good job on him. He looks comatose, and there's some really good makeup effects to make him look like really skinny and stuff, and I'm assuming some of that is special effects, of course. And that was actually really well done, so I have to give the movie credit there. Some of the special effects and some of the makeup, well done. It looked good. And there was actually a couple scenes where, like, the mother, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, who's actually pretty good in the movie, and, like, Bella Thorne, who's okay in the movie, have scenes where they're, like, talking to the brother because he's in a comatose state, and it seems like he might be getting better. And they're, like, actually having emotional scenes with this brother who's in a coma, you know, and it's actually well done enough until the ending, where the ending completely ruins it, and it rushes it completely. And by the way, this movie, I think, was supposed to be rated R. This one is definitely rated PG-13. Like, they cut it down for sure. I remember hearing it that this was supposed to be a rated R movie. They cut this down because there's parts where people get shot with a shotgun or something like that, and there's like flashback scenes where it's supposed to show you like what happened to the earlier family, the DeFeo family, and it's just like cut to shit. Like, it's every time you see a shotgun blast, it like closes up to the guy that has the shotgun, so you don't see the person getting killed, and there's like barely any blood in the movie. There's a little bit, but not too much. So it's really cut to shit. So it's really like, it's not even worth going into expecting like, ooh, we're gonna get some blood and gore. No, you don't get that. It's just a generic movie. It really is. There's nothing here that's horrible, downright horrible, but there's nothing here that would make me go, yeah, you should watch it. Like, there's a couple decent scenes with the brother and the sister and the mother, and there's some good makeup and special effects. That's really the only really positive things I can think of. Everything else is just generic. It's just generic scares after generic scares. There's no real atmosphere being built. They're trying, but it's not really there. So yeah, overall, I have to say, if you were expecting me to be extremely angry about this, me not really getting an extremely angry review, at least I don't think so. But yeah, it's just a bland movie. So I have to give it a 15 out of a 40. I mean, it's bad, but it's not horrible, I guess. So anyway, there you go. That's my review for Amityville: The Awakening. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and until next time, goodbye.